ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. It's weird that I'm doing intros like this, but I'm very excited. Believe me, I know the excitement is in my face. First things first, I'm trying as much as possible to see how much I can make within the next how many days. I don't have a target for this challenge. I'm trying to raise a whole lot of times. The problem with me and targets is why I don't really like targets is that, you know, if you have a target, because of your emotions, you could not really get to the target. So it's an empty check. However, how much I make is not anybody's problem and it's not anybody's business. So first things first, we can see that the time is 3:02 a.m. Thursday, 19th of December. And we're about to embark on a challenge. We're going to see how much we can make so far from our trading view or from our trades. And first things first, let me show you the analysis and let me show you what I'm expecting, because today is Thursday. I'm not actually I just came back from school, I'll be honest. I just came back today or yesterday, Wednesday. So I just decided to record these videos and let's see what we're going to be expecting from the market. So I'm looking at a trade on XAUUSD. I've done my analysis. I'm going to add a clip most likely of my analysis. So I'm going to explain the analysis later. And let me show you what I've seen from XAUUSD. I'm kind of about to take this trade, but still skeptical about it. Let me show you what I've seen. So ladies and gentlemen, this is XAUUSD, and we can see I saw the markets making some lower lows and lower highs. So this is on a 4 hours time frame, and as you can see, it's on a downtrend. From this point, we had this head and shoulder. It went to the downside, it came back here, went to the downside. Anytime it comes to this level, it always goes back to the downside. But then again, just as it broke here, we can see it didn't break below, so it went above. And if we're above, we're buying. If we're under, we're selling. So just as it came here and it broke below, it retested and went to the downside. It came back to this same point, came back down, and it is here again once again. At this point, we took it to the upside. We had a little consolidation to the upside. We got this head and shoulder. It came to the downside. We retested this our minor key level, and I'm going to do more explanation later in details. And then we had this ginormous move to the downside. So it has broken below this major key level. This is a minor key level, this is a major key level, this is a major key level, and this is a major key level. Just as it broke here before, it went to the downside. It didn't break here, but finally it has broken. So we're most likely expecting it to retest and go to the downside too. So I haven't taken this trade, but I'm most likely going to take this trade in the next 6 minutes. Let this candlestick close and let's see. I'm expecting some bullish candlestick to open. This is on a 4 hours time frame, so I'm going to keep you guys updated. So once the candlestick opens, then I'm going to be looking at getting into the trade, and let me show you other markets in which I've been analyzing, and let me show you how it's going. So there are some markets I'm kind of looking at to see how my trade is going to be going. This is as we can see, this is USD CHF. So according to my predictions from the USD CHF, I'm expecting the markets to, you know, come to this area. I think I've shifted that. So I'm expecting the markets to come to this area, this zone, and then we can now take it to the downside. This zone where the market tested it once before, it tested it again the second time, and we can see it is going to test it the third time. So when it tested it the first time, it dropped, the second it dropped, so the third one it's most likely going to do the exact same drop. And look, this is on a daily time frame, and we can see this is on a daily time frame. So if I think the 4 hours is the exact same thing, so that is for USD CHF. And then for the next one, we have Euro USD. So basically for Euro USD, we're expecting the markets to, as it has broken below, to come again to this area, retest, and we take it to the downside, because overall the market has been on a downtrend overall. So here we can see this head and shoulder he made. Now it has broken below the neckline, and I love this trade perfectly. It has broken below the neckline, and all we need to do is we need to wait for the markets to retest this neckline. So we're waiting for the markets to retest this neckline, and then we take it to the downside. That is for Euro USD. It's very simple because I'm not trying to waste so much time. And then the next is GBP JPY. GJ, it's not that simple. The exact same thing we can see here. We're waiting for GJ to break below, and then we take it to the downside. But this is not really my favorite pair on GJ. GJ, it doesn't look like my favorite, but who knows? Sometimes your worst could actually play out perfectly. Then CHF JPY is one of the pairs I'm looking out to be nice, because I mean, if I got into this trade here, or if I saw this trade here, I would have gotten into this trade for itself, but I didn't. So I'm waiting for it to break and retest and go to the downside. And then GBP CHF, the exact same thing. Yeah, GBP CHF is one of those trades where I say this is a very nice one, because we have this head and shoulder pattern we've already seen right here, and the market is directly at the neckline. It's directly at the neckline of the head and shoulder. So we're just waiting for a break and retest, and then we take it to the downside. But my fear for all these pairs is that I could wake up, or I could sleep and wake up and they've played out perfectly. So this is GBP USD, and GBP USD, we're expecting almost the exact same thing for Euro USD, for it to come to this area and then we take it to the downside. So we're expecting it for it to come here and then we take it to the downside, which is about a 1:2 risk to reward. So it's not that much for GBP USD, and we're going to go to the next pair, which is another pair that I kind of like, because I like this formation of the head and shoulder. This was the exact same head and shoulder formation that I used to, destroy gold about a few weeks ago. So this is a nice 1:6 risk to reward. So we're waiting for it to break below, and it gives us that entry signal. So we're waiting for a break below and retest. It gives us our entry signal, and then we take it to the downside. A very perfect trade. I hope you can see me. So now the thing is, I have a feeling that these trades could play out, because I'm about to go to bed right now. I'm very tired. I have a feeling that these trades could play out even before I wake up tomorrow. But I mean, I've already done my analysis and predictions. Even if they play out, I've already recorded it, so it proves that my strategy, or the FX Alex G set and forget strategy, works. So we're going to see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to step out from the market, and I'm going to update you guys later. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is XAUUSD, and I have gotten the entry signal which I was waiting for. If we go to a 45 minutes time frame, we can see it's like a bullish engulfing candlestick, and I have my MT5 right here, which I'm going to be entering the trade right now. So I just entered the trade right now on XAUUSD, and we can see it is on a drawdown, and we can see it's fluctuating. First things first, the time is 3:30 a.m. Thursday, 19th of December, and I just entered, so I'll keep you guys updated subsequently. Okay, bye for now. So it is 11 a.m. Thursday morning, and that's the time. So let me show you how the markets are going. All right, guys, so it's trade updates, and it's not looking so good. So let me show you. So this is what we have right now. Believe me, it's not looking so good at all. The market is retracing and it's heading to our stop loss, and nah, this is not looking as good as I thought. I really expected it to go to the downside, but still we're going to most likely hold it. I really expected it to go to the downside, but yet it's going to the upside. So still, we could still hold it to see how it turns out, and this was honestly what I was not really expecting. And there are a whole lot of trades I entered, I presumed, but this one is not going towards my direction. But I'm still going to look at other trades and see how they're all going. Okay, I'm going to step out and I'm going to update you all later. Bye for now. All right, guys, so it's trade updates, and I've really been fast asleep, so let me show you. Well, we have not even seen the market, and I'm kind of scared. So first things first, it's 4:54 p.m. still the exact same day, and voila. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, so, and it got to this exact same point. I don't know how many of you knew. So I adjusted my stop loss. It was somewhere here. It was somewhere here, and then I adjusted my stop loss here. So believe me, I am so excited, right? I'm so excited right now because I knew that the trade was going to go towards my direction. I just had a wrong entry level. That was just the problem, a wrong entry level. And I think I'm going to pop this in the screen. Never have a wrong entry level because you can actually lose the trade. So, I mean, you can see my entry level was here, and that entry level was a very, very wrong entry level. My entry level was meant to be here, in which I'm going to explain later. But here we go. The trade now is actually going towards our direction. I mean, it's going well. So, ladies and gentlemen, in total, this is what we're having. The trade, I'm so happy because the trade is really going towards my direction. I thought I would lose this, but then another kind of little issue we're going to be having right now is this. It's going to really be difficult for the trade right now to break below, but I'm sure when it breaks below, it's going to want to retest and keep on going to the downside. But then again, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I was actually asleep. I'm going to keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so it's trade updates. First things first, let me show you the time. So we can see the time is 3:54 a.m. Friday 20th of December. So first things first, that's the time. Then let me show you how the account is. Or before I show you how the account is, let me just show you let me show you my predictions for the trade I made, each and every one of them, and let me show you how they're all going. So as for USD CHF, it is still doing its thing. It has not gotten to the area of interest, so we've not gotten into that one. And then up next, which is Euro USD. So Euro USD never made it into the area of interest. It never made it into the area of interest. So we didn't take Euro USD, and this was a very clean setup, but we did not take it. And then up next is GBP JPY. So GJ never made it into the area of interest. The plan was for it to come to the downside, come here to the area of interest, and then we take it to the downside. But GJ never made it into the area of interest. And then the next is CHF JPY. So CHF JPY also never made it into the area of interest. It kept on going to the upside. So that one, we didn't take the trade also. Then next is GBP-CHF. GBP-CHF, ladies and gentlemen, would you look at that? So this was a very perfect trade. And as you can see here, it's funny how it follows the line perfectly to this area. And it made a little retest and it broke below and it's still going. So maybe, who knows, we could enter this trade to the down, but I'm still not certain about that. But we can see this clean neckline. So it is a neck, head, and shoulder. So this is like a right shoulder, head, left shoulder, and then it breaks below the neckline. It makes a little retracement, not that much, but it breaks below the neckline and it keeps on going to the downside. So this was a clean trade, GBP CHF, but I never entered the trade, and I'm going to explain why later. And then the next we had was GBP USD, and the exact same thing happened for GBP USD. It came exactly to this area in which we wanted it, and then it went perfectly to the downside, and we did not take the trade also. GBP USD, the thing about GBP USD was we wanted to take the trade here, but then we came back and we realized that it has broken above. Then I said that, okay, fine, as it has broken above, we can then now come to this next point and take the trade to the downside, in which I left this mark here, planning on taking the trade to the downside, but still I did not take the trade of GBP USD. I let that slide. And then Euro GBP. So Euro GBP is another very wonderful trade I loved so much. If you go back like a few minutes ago, you would hear me say I really wanted to take this trade. But then if we come to the 4 hours, we see what we were expecting was for the market to break and retest, but it never broke, it never retest. But we're under this major key level, so we still most likely could see some sells. So maybe the market still just wants to retest, and when it retests, it's still going to go to the downside. So we're still under the major key level. This is a very major key level that when we zoom out, we can see how important this key level is. So for the fact that the market is still on a downtrend, is on a bearish trend, this would not be a problem. So the bearish trend, it has gotten to this major key level, it broke below, it retested, and it's making a second retesting. And I believe it could still go back to the downside. Maybe we could be expecting that maybe for next week, not this week. So these are the trades in which I predicted you could go back. I predicted all these things yesterday night, and about 50% of them went towards my direction, but I didn't take any of them except one, and that one was XAUUSD, in which I believe you all are aware. So now if we come here to XAUUSD, so clearly XAUUSD, like I explained, it got here, went down, came here again, went down, broke below, and we're expecting it to go to the downside. So if we come down to a 45 minutes time frame, it is very wonderful that this area was actually where my stop loss was, and we can see how I adjusted. The stop loss was literally right here, but then from the way the market was moving, I had to adjust the stop loss to this level, and it missed the stop loss by about 5 pips or 3 pips, I don't know. And then it started going towards my direction, and I'm so excited. But then again, it has gotten to this place where it made a reversal before. um let's have this. Let's have it. Come on, let's have it. Let's have it. As a meme sound. So it has gotten to this level, and it got to this level, then it's doing some consolidation. Who knows? It could still want to get back to this place, but I'm still on this trade. I'm sure, I'm certain that it's going to still get to the downside. Maybe it's not going to do that this week. Maybe it's going to do that next week, because today is Friday. So maybe it's going to do that next week, but I'm certain that this trade on XAUSD is still going to go to the downside. So we can see from XAUSD on my phone here. So XAUSD is still running. So we can see this is what we have. XAUSD is still running, and we're in huge profits. It's how the trade is going. So we're still expecting some break and retest under this level, in which, who knows, if the market kind of gives us some, break and retest, I could be entering the trade to the downside, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Now, earlier, if you go back, I explained that the reason I didn't want to be entering, I think that was GBP USD. I think so, GBP USD. Sorry, let me check that. The reason I didn't want to enter GBP, I didn't want to enter GBP USD was because, yeah, I think it's GBP USD. The reason why I didn't want to enter this trade was because initially I was on a losing, the XAUUSD trade was going against my direction. So I didn't want to add more positions to the trade. I wanted to make sure that the XAUUSD trade goes well. Believe me, in a forex trade or in a forex market, you don't need to be entering multiple positions. All you need is one good trade. You don't need to enter XAUUSD, GBP USD, GJ, GBP CHF, Euro CHF, and you don't need to be doing all that. All you need is just one good trade. And I've gotten XAUUSD, so I don't need to be entering every other pair I predicted. And remember, if I had entered some of those other pairs, I would have lost. So that's a feature of a good trader. Believe me, I am a good trader, and I think I should say it now. In a close time, I could be launching. I don't know when, but in no distant time, in due season, I should be launching a Telegram channel, most likely, or maybe even if it's not a Telegram channel, I'm going to be launching. I'm going to be launching an info product for the forex skill for my students. I'm going to be having a platform where we gather students and we learn to teach people in a better format. So you guys are going to understand. Until it is launched, we're going to talk about it, but not now. So for now, this is how we're going. The market is going towards our direction. So we're going to step out of the market and come back later. Bye for now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is trade update. So first things first, let me tell you the time. The time is 2:38, Friday, December 20th. You can even see it right here. So, yep, there's the time. And then we can now see XAUUSD. So XAUUSD now is pulling back. Like I said, it could most likely pull back to this area of interest. My fear is it's pulling back here, but don't worry, my stop loss is still where it is. So I didn't adjust anything. So I strongly believe the market is going to come to the downside, but it's doing its thing. It still wants to pull back. It wants to play with us a little bit before it now takes it to the downside. So we're just going to allow it play out perfectly. Remember, set and forget, guys.
set and forget. That is the strategy. So we're going to step out and we're going to come back. I'm still going to be updating you subsequently. Okay, bye for now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it's a straight update, and it's been a while because today is Monday. So as we can see the time, it is 23rd of December, Monday, 4:49 a.m. So it's early hours of Monday morning and the market's just opened. So let me show you how our trade on XAUUSD is going. So as we can see here, the trade has retraced and it stopped us out exactly this exact same point. It wicked us a little bit to the downside. It stopped us out, and this is for XAUUSD. So I don't know how the remaining week would go. XAUUSD, it's still going to go to our direction, but the next 2 days is going to be Christmas, and Christmas is not really the best time to trade. In fact, I'm not even meant to be in the markets by this time because it's not really the best time to trade. But still, we're still going to do whatever we're going to do, and then that's for XAUUSD. And the annoying part is that other predictions went according to plan. So USD CHF, it never came into our area of interest. It hasn't come into our area of interest yet. We wanted it to get to this level, but I think that's a long journey that's going to take till the whole of this year up till next year. So I don't think we're going to be talking about that yet. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Euro USD has gotten into our entry point, so we could be entering Euro USD anytime from now. GJ never got into the area of interest in which we wanted, so we avoided that loss. But still, we jumped into the loss of XAUUSD. USD CHF, or CHF JPY, rather, the exact same thing. GBP CHF, it went perfectly to the downside, the exact same point we predicted, and it went perfectly to the downside. And these were one of the trades I predicted, but I said I was not going to enter them because I was already on a position on XAUSD, so I didn't want to have too many positions running. But still, would you look at that? It went in perfectly. And then the next is GBP USD. So GBP USD has come into our area of interest, and we can now take the trade to the downside. So we can take the trade from here to the downside, and I'm going to enter this trade, but that'll be for later. And then Euro GBP, this is one of the trades that did not make it into the area of interest, but I have a feeling that Euro GBP just came to this level to retest and is still going to go to the downside. So if we come to a daily time frame, so for Euro GBP, we're just expecting the markets, like I said, my two predictions were it's going to break underneath, come here and retest and go to the downside, or it's going to come to this place and come back to break. But I know that this is going to go to the downside for Euro GBP. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's just the summary for the week. I could be re-entering a trade. If I re-enter a trade, I'm going to update you guys. But this could be a wrap-up for the week. It could. I'm not sure. I could enter another trade. But if I enter another trade, obviously, I'm going to inform you guys, okay? So for now, this is on the 23rd of December. The next 2 days is going to be Christmas, and I don't want to be holding any trades till Christmas. I'm looking at GBP USD and Euro USD, but that's going to be for a separate video. Or maybe it's going to be for this video, but it's just not now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I know the XAUUSD trade is not really doing as I planned, but we can see, but we can see the Euro USD pair. The Euro USD pair is going according to our plan. So seems like I could be entering a position on Euro USD, but we're going to look, because it looks like it's going to go to the downside. I drew out this line a long time ago, and I said if it breaks, so let me explain. So as you can see, this is an inverse head and shoulder. So this is the right shoulder, the head, the left shoulder. It broke below. So I marked out this neckline, and I said it may most likely come to the neckline, and then we take the position to the downside. So I think it has gotten back to this neckline, and then we're going to take the position to the downside for Euro USD. So I'm going to be entering this trade right away now. So guys, I just entered the trade on Euro USD. So guys, this is a fresh new trade on Euro USD, and we're going to step out of the market and come back later. Bye for now. So I know I entered the trade on Euro USD, and it is going perfectly well. So we can see it's right here. So this was where we entered. It has come back to this level to retest, in which you could still go down to the downside. The trade, also I forgot to tell you the time. So the time is 12:55, 24th of December on a Tuesday. And then this is how the trade is going. So this is the profit, and then if we now want to go to XAUUSD to show you what XAUUSD is doing. XAUUSD is really trying to mess up with me. And then we can see the exact same XAUUSD. Remember, this was our stop loss, and the market came here and it took us out. It took us out by some pips, and it came to make a double top, and now it's going back to the downside. And I perceive that this market could go all the way down. If I knew, I would have gotten out here, but still, don't worry, it is fine. It is a normal thing in which the market does. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop here, but I'm still going to add a screenshot about Euro USD if anything changes. So I'm happy that you all watched this video to this extent. I think this is like 20 something minutes, or maybe even close to 30 minutes. So if you're able to make it through, first things first, I have an announcement to make. I could most likely be opening a Telegram channel in the year 2025. So for those of you that want to learn from me, or maybe an info product in which I could be launching, stay tuned. Sometime in 2025, I'm going to get that done. And when I get that done, I'm going to get that announced for each and every one of you, okay? Bye for now. And so if you look at our channel, Mr. Sam 2.0, we've had 1,000 subscribers and 118 videos. Then these are some of the latest videos I've uploaded. We can see this one 2 days ago, 546 views and so on. So then if we come over here to manage videos, and then we come to this page, then we come over to earnings just to see the criteria to earn on YouTube. So we've successfully filled this, and this is 2,186 public watch hours. So it's about half, or more, a little bit more than half. So we now need to fill this one also before we get into the monetization policy. So ladies and gentlemen, I would really be excited if you all can share my videos, subscribe to the channel, tell people about my channel, okay? So we're going to grow. I want to know if I can hit the milestone maybe before 2024 runs out. So maybe 2025 we start on a new here. We start on, or maybe even if we don't hit it before 2024 runs out, maybe 2025 January, we're going to hit the target, okay? Thank you for watching this video, and I'm very grateful, and I wish you all have a happy 2025. Not just happy 2025, but happy trading journey, okay? Bye.